Stop me if you heard this one before. DraftKings done it again. Your boy Jersey Murph back partnering with the great folks over at DraftKings who told me to tell you that new customers placing a $5 bet will get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Just head on over to your Google Play or Apple Store, download that DraftKings Sportsbook app, and get to playing. Too much fun to be had, man. Make sure you're getting in on those same game parlays. That's when you combine multiple bets together for a shot at an even bigger payout. And if you're already signed up for DraftKings like your boy, you can get a no sweat bet. You can get your bonus bet back if your same game parlay doesn't hit. Top Billin is the promo code. Make sure you download that DraftKings Sportsbook app and have as much fun as your boy Jersey Murph is having. It's about to be on. Let's go.
What more can I say?
Top Billin. Alright, fam, can't wait for this one right here. The Super Bowl rematch, albeit not for the big prize, but definitely for the ego, right? So, listen, a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon talking about, oh, it's about to get tough for the Eagles there. They're about to lose a bunch of games and all that. Yeah, not happening, buddy. Come on now. You better recognize what Philly has going on as far as being able to adapt, right? An adaptive approach. Going against the Kansas City Chiefs, I really want to talk about this inside pass defense there because, man, let's be real here. These guys can light you up on the inside, right, pause? And you have a lot of guys with the ability to move inside, none more so obviously than the tight end himself, Travis Kelce. They have several tight ends anyway, and of course they have several receivers that can do that. But the New York Jets, right? But he had the New Jersey Jets, right? Come on, baby. We got to stop that, man. Jersey needs its credit, baby. Jersey above all. I will always ride with that. The New Jersey Jets, we see right here in their game against the Kansas City Chiefs, right? It was a 23-20 game. Obviously, they still lost, right? But the Jets don't have the Philadelphia Eagles offense, right? Now people going to say, well, the Jets beat Philly and all that. Listen. Don't worry about that, right? That's a matter of semantics right there. But listen, the Jets don't have the Eagles offense. Eagles offense, right? When people were talking shit about it, now look at it. It's top 5 offense in the league. The passing is through the numbers, passing numbers are through the roof and all that right there. But they did a good job against Patrick Mahomes here, 18-30 for 203 yards. Where they failed at actually was in the run game. And that's something that cropped up in the Super Bowl, right? People forget that. That's why it was such an emphasis placed this year on heightening or strengthening that rushing defense approach. And it has done that. It's at a record pace right now. People want to talk about what's going on with the pass defense, and rightfully so, but they're not recognizing the change in philosophy, or at least the shift in philosophy of dominating that line of scrimmage and pretty much making you one-dimensional. So if you're one-dimensional, you're being made to be one-dimensional, you're probably going to have a little bit more success because you're going to have to go through that approach or go to that approach a lot more. But right here, they gave up 115 to my boy right here. From right here, Violent, New Jersey, Isaiah Pacheco, 20 carries, 115 yards there. Patrick Mahomes was able to detach and do his thing there. They had Scott Moore on a couple of Jones. You had Clyde Edwards-Helaire chip in a few runs there, but look at right here. Travis Kelce, only 6 receptions for 60 yards. If he's getting off, it's a wrap, right? You cannot let this guy beat you a la CD Lamb, right? He can definitely do whatever you think CD Lamb did. They can do that right there, but we should have something for that particular approach. I like what the Jets did. As a matter of fact, let's see what some of the stuff that the Jets did and see if we can replicate that. All right here, 11 personnel. However, they have a defensive identifier here. Travis Kelce here, have him out, right, on a plus split here, then move him back inside. So they've identified that DJ Reed is across from him, so there's some kind of zone defense. To me, this is the worst approach you can take with these guys because they're both too smart, they being Mahomes and Kelce. So you see a motion inside here. They're just going to simply work the void of that defense right there. It's probably a side adjust, if anything, there, but it's pretty much a sell route behind and on the side of the coverage, if you get what I'm saying right there. This is pitch and catch for them, right? DJ Reed doesn't follow inside, obviously. It's zone. You can see him there. Everyone's seeking underneath. He just finds the void. They'll nickel and dime you to death if necessary, or they'll just generate the explosive play because they know that as long as they can get the ball into Travis Kelce's hand, that he's dangerous after the catch. So I don't want to see a pure zone. I don't want to see pure man. I definitely want to see a combination of the both. However, I would like to see a combination of personnel used against them in that manner. All right, here's Travis Kelce in line. He's going to pretty much be running this stop route here, kind of sit over the ball. You'll see CJ Mosley here. Now, between CJ Mosley and Quincy Williams, I believe the New York Jets to have the best linebacker duo in all of football. And both of them are actually very good in coverage, at least from a linebacker perspective, which isn't really saying much, the low standard, the covering there. You'll see CJ Mosley sink under here, right? Take away that hook curl. However, I'm telling you, I believe these guys are running off sight adjust, right? If they see something there, they have the type of synergy to where he'll just sit in the void of the zone no matter where it's at. They're able to find that crease as long as they can get that pass protection, which is something that we will disrupt. Now, they have good offensive line, so you got to keep that in mind as well, but I don't give a damn how good your offensive line is. Eventually, that dam is going to break. So on a play like this here, look at this. Zone, he took that away, but look at that. He still ends up wide open. Cannot have that. Let's look at it from this direction right here. You'll see CJ Mosley right here, one of the best coverage linebackers, period, point blank there. You'll see him sink. That's gone, right? He would have had to come up off this read, which he did. And if the pass rush was getting there, he had to either detach or he had to go somewhere else with it. But look at him. He continues to work there. He knows where that void is right there. You can see him widen them out just so he can get off that damn sidearm throw to Travis Kelce, pretty much wide open right there, and get himself an extra 8 to 10 yards. Got to be able to take that away. My thing is, neither one of our linebackers can cover like that. It just is what it is right there. Big dime. I want to see some big dime in there. Don't need two linebackers on the field at all times. They have a pretty good run game. They have a good offensive line, but I believe the defensive line, along with some of the defensive backs that we have, I would like to see oscillating coverage. I'm just going to go by the bare minimum. Don't know who will be available. If Justin Evans will be available, that's a feather in the cap of the Eagles there. But I'm going to go in a different direction here. While I do not like Sidney Brown covering wide receivers, I think it's a disaster waiting to happen. I like him on tight ends. That's what I was trying to tell people. Saying somebody plays in a slot or something up in some college in the Big Ten West, right, playing against nobodies, right, from the University of Angle Fishing or something like that in Tire Lube is not the same. But having him go against tight ends, his lack of flexibility or transition or something like that it becomes less of a detriment to him, right? And then, of course, Kevin Byard as well. They need man coverage on this guy at all times. Matter of fact, look at this. So obviously this isn't big dime. This is big nickel. So Sidney Brown would essentially be your nickel defender here. I hate this one right here. If we do go to a nickel coverage, to me it needs to be somebody who's an inside corner, right? So hopefully in this game, we will have Bradley Roby coming back, and that would be his position. But even with Sidney Brown in the game with Bradley Roby, then it becomes a big dime situation. So you would essentially take out one of the linebackers. My preference would be taking out Morrow. And you see right here on this twin tight set, you have Cunningham matched up, man on tight end. And then you have Sidney Brown also matched up on the other tight end here. You can see they both do a pretty good job here in man coverage on the tight end. Sidney Brown, right? Real tight to the hip there, forcing Daffy Dak and his weird ass feet to to detach from the pocket there. You can see Cunningham here, right? He's going to sink underneath there, and then you'll see him turn and actually run. Then I think he vacates that once he realized Dak is flushing there, and he had help over the top, of course, there. But Brown real sticky right here on the tight end on shallow crossing right here. Now, being sticky on a tight end like the Dallas tight end, not the same as being on Travis Kelce, who 1A, 1B for my measure as far as the best tight ends in the game, along with my guy Mark Andrews from Baltimore. But all right, right here, same deal. This time they have the tight ends split. I believe he's on a block and release, right? So you see him block here, then he'll work it to the flat there. I've noticed we have a tendency of getting lost. Yeah, he blocked off, chipped off of Hassan Reddick, and then you see him right there, able to get a first down. Right? Getting lost in coverage. You know why that happens? It's not a dedicated person on it. In this zone right here, man, listen, I'm here to tell you, bro, if you ain't on your P's and Q's in zone, you will lose sight of your assignment here. You see guys start to sink back. They see Dak worrying about downfield. Your instinct is going to be to follow Dak's eyes if you're in zone here, and then you leave somebody here for a dump off there, and then they easily move the chains on you. Wouldn't happen, though, if that was Sidney Brown manned up right up on him, or Kevin Byard as well. While I do like this personnel, as you see right here, you have Kevin Byard manned up on the tight end. Kevin Byard manned up on the tight end means there's only one deep safety back if you see two linebackers in the game. If Morrow is off the field, then you add in Sidney Brown. You can put him at depth, let him play a split safety look with Reed Blankenship. But if not, I don't like this look either, because then you have one post safety, and I don't think that's Reed Blankenship's game. So we see right here, he's manned up on the tight end. He does a pretty good job there. That's supposed to be his game. I've watched Kevin Byard a number of years. He's usually money covering tight ends there. Like I said before, covering Travis Kelce is a different thing, though. But as you can see right here, Dallas still is able to get this pass off right here. It's a lot of ground to ask Reed Blankenship to cover here. While I do think he can do it, and he's shown that, I like him more in either a split safety look or more roaming that middle third to middle half of the field there at depth there. So not good right here. You see Eli Ricks in man coverage on the slide on CeeDee Lamb right there, and he looks like a lamb sent to slaughter, a baby deer stumbling all over himself right there, and they're able to get that pass off because of the non-split safety. Look, we know Kansas City very explosive on the outside, so having those two safeties back there in that split safety shell, that two deep shell, I think is paramount. But having one more defensive back in the game, right? You still have your nickel corner in the game, and then you bring an extra defensive back, a safety in there to guard against the tight end there. Best way to go. I still think we'll be able to stop the run. Those guys have a really good run game, but they don't lean on it as much. They've been leaning on it a little bit more this year because, hey, they're trying to win games just like we are. So we shall see there. It's going to be the game within the game. But let me know what you think about those coverage matchups there. What would you like to see go on? And also let me know which safety you think could do the best on Travis Kelce, or is there another way you would like to see him defend it? They're not going to just go man up on him the entire game. There's no doubt about it. We don't know what they'll do, to be honest with you. That's just us speaking amongst ourselves, right? However, they'll do what they do. So they could be all zone for all we know. But how we would do it is different. So that's all we can go is by that, because we don't work for the team, all right? Boy, Jersey Murph, though, as always, man, thanks for everybody out there rocking with your boy. Make sure you tip your waiter, because you know I be serving that hibachi. Shout out to South Jersey, all right?
What more can I say?
Top Billin.